Welcome back to African Legacies. In the first few weeks, we feeded you with the foundation or a background of Africa's prehistory. To start, we started with a definition of history. We defined the meaning of history, sources of history, how do historians, interpret sources, and what history taught us about people, and how history connects us to the past. To ensure that our viewers have a clear knowledge of the geography of Africa millions of years ago, we went back further. We started with, the episode 102, where we gave an introduction of Africa's prehistory. You remembered I showed you the map, I show you how, the continents separated from each other, where we mentioned that in 335 million years ago, the continents were in one giant landmass, Pangaea, but they separated from each other as a result of plate tectonics. And I mentioned that I'm going to, give a further explanation on that. So this is the time for me to give you an explanation of what that means.
Plate tectonics, from Latin tectonicus, from ancient Greek tectonicus, is the scientific theory that Earth's lithosphere comprises a number of large tectonic plates, which have been slowly moving since 3 to 4 billion years ago. The model builds on the concept of continental drift, an idea developed during the first decades of the 20th century. Plate tectonics came to be accepted by geoscientists after seafloor spreading was validated in the mid to late 1960s. The processes that result in plates and shape Earth's crust are called tectonics. The theory of continental drift arose from Alfred Wegener back in 1912, who was the key theorist in such hypothesis. Wegener estimated that one large piece of land, also described as a single supercontinent, existed. He called this Pangaea. He later postulated that Pangaea broke apart into smaller fragments approximately 250 to 200 million years ago. The various parts moved away from each other, turning into the continents we now know on today's Earth, which are Europe, Africa, Americas, Australia, and Antarctica. The scientific community initially rejected his idea because Wegener could not explain the physical mechanism capable of moving entire continents through the solid ocean floor. Decades later, the theory was vindicated and accepted after scientists discovered seafloor spreading and mantle convection currents, which provided the missing explanation. This breakthrough evolved into the modern theory of plate tectonics. Plate tectonics simply explains that the continents do not drift on their own. Instead, they are passengers sitting on top of massive rigid slabs of Earth's crust that are constantly shifting over a hot fluid layer underneath.
Thank you for listening.